Well, this is part 2 of the video we were shooting earlier of Bono wants to exterminate poor children, not save them. I accidentally hit the button and stopped recording because we're hurtling down the road at 75 miles an hour. Sorry about the shakiness on our way to Bilderberg. This is part 2. But if you want to understand the mindset of a bunch of banksters and robber barons and monopoly men, always calling for bigger government because that can shut down their competition and transfer control to them and create a poverty-stricken system that they rule. Poverty is a tool of control. Poverty is a weapon. And Aaron and I were going over this, but you understand why this is happening. In the 1850s, they developed the theory of eugenics. The public version was we're going to make everybody better. The real version was how to dumb people down, how to disease them, how to engineer humans like animals to be servant classes, exterminate those you don't want, and have the elites inbreed so that they're not, mentally ill and insane like the British and other royals. And so they basically live longer and are healthy. Okay, because they saw breeding in horses and cows and things and really got into it. The Nazis were just a spinoff because they went after just a few groups. The mainline eugenicists said, no, we're going after everybody. Okay, except for the elite, social Darwinism. So if you want to understand why they have Bono and others out there carrying out horrible programs of globalist takeover and stealing 99% of the charity money, using the 1% as PR to cover up all the other funding of sterilizations, you name it, and cutting off development in Latin America, Africa, and poor areas of Asia, Eastern Europe, you have to understand the royals. And we just had one more article we were going to cover on this subject here. Here it is. Aaron Dykes, tell us about this little jewel. We should all rejoice. We should all rejoice. He's becoming the Order of the Thistle.
Well, of course, on the surface, it's just to give him some accomplishments so he could someday be king. Queen to make William Knight of the Thistle to mark his 30th birthday.
Incredible.
And they say it's the most ancient and most noble Order of the Thistle. It's just interesting to note, though, that this order he's being inducted into carries a motto, Nemo me impune lacet, in Latin, which translates to, no one provokes me with impunity. No one provokes me with impunity.
No one provokes me! How dare America defeat us in 1776? We fluoridate your water. We've broken up your families. Our program is in maximum control.
Well, not only that, but people are dynamic. The world is big. There's a lot of zones in the world where things could
cut
be built
their energy sources off. Call it environmental. Make them guilty. Agenda 21 now! Send in my princeling. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the point is they don't want competition or development in the third world. Look at what Smedley Butler talked about at the turn of the 20th century about how they were using the Marines and other armed forces.
War is a racket.
Sending them down to third world countries on a pretext of stopping some threat or something, but really it was on behalf of these corporations. Look what Alan Dulles did.
But he's a hero.
He was CIA and on the fruit company.
Not a fruit.
Yeah.
Oh, but look how gracious. And again, I mean, I come from England. A lot of my ancestors. Britain's a great place. Welsh Jones. These aren't even German royalty. It's come out in mainstream news. It turns out they're Transylvanian royalty. Nothing against people in Romania, but this is just a usurping gang that's come in and taken over. I mean, this is what real mafia ends up wearing crowns and you worship them.
But the West...
It's like a pimp going, look, pimp gang, I got bling.
The West actually gave a lot of power to Vlad and the other people in Transylvania because they held off the Turks and that whole invasion from the Islamic world. And so they were, in a way, so vicious, but they kind of encouraged them taking over Europe and the realm.
Exactly. But, I mean, finish up the article because it's just got how gracious it is. It's gracious.
Well, this is the most wonderful movement. Well, they have pomp and circumstance
for an outfit like that.
But it's just a predatory takeover. But again, this reinforces the myth that they're superior, they're the elites, they're better than average.
Well, no,
folks.
it's like in every culture that the head chief wears a big suit and an outfit, and the police wear outfits. It's all about we're government, you're scum. I mean, let's just recognize these are eugenicists who openly want to exterminate 90% of the population. Look up their quotes, folks. These are the people reconquering America, along with the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and others. Jacobson, do you have comments on this?
First of all, that garb just makes them look like psychopaths. I mean, what is?
Well, I mean, look at Prince Philip, the admitted Nazi.
Look at him. Look at this. Hey, first of all, He looks like the most vicious man alive. But then you put all this on him, and it's like, what is going on in his brain?
And look at this guy. He's on a power trip.
I know. He like...
You know, here on Memorial Day, all you have to give the troops is some little medals, and they do whatever they want. That's what Napoleon talked about. Just stop being scammed, folks.
And to quote Aaron from before, like, what an accomplishment for the prince to get, you know, the Order of the Thistle.
Nominated by his grandmother.
Yeah, nominated by his grandmother. He worked so hard for that. He finally achieved it.
But how many developing countries and Pacific Island nations have you read about where they projected these royal scum as literal religious figures in their culture? They sent pictures of Prince Charles, for instance, and said, this man is a god, and when he shows up, you basically bow down.
And Bono, they now say, is a god at Huffington Post.
Look at that.
Oh, that's not a joke. As you know, it's here. Bono, Facebook, and the challenge of following the Jesus of the poor.
All right, folks, we're going to confront the globalist. We're going to confront the real power behind the throne. Queen Beatrix, their cousin from the Netherlands, is going to be there. We're there. They don't want to be looked at. They want you to think they're little quaint. Oh, the Queen has no power. That's all propaganda. They want you. Dutch roll shells owned by the Dutch royal family. They, BP, predominantly by the Queen of England. They don't want you to know. They want you to think Obama and Mitt Romney are where the buck stops, so you'll sit there and blame them. So you'll sit there and get mad at them, and then 4 years later put a new puppet in. Wake up to the real elite. Come expose Bilderberg. For decades, they had the public believing it didn't exist. Smash their tyranny with the info war. I'm Alex Jones with Aaron Dykes, Richard Reeves, and of course Rob Jacobson, and the rest of the info warriors hurtling towards Virginia. And in part 2 of this video, I thought I'd take you up here and let you talk to Richard. Richard, what do you think of this trip?
Well, so far it's been a great trip. We're making good time. We're already in Virginia. We will arrive in Chantilly tomorrow and start the exposing of Bilderberg 2012, and I can't wait.
Absolutely, folks. Coverage at Infowars.com, Twitter.com/Real Alex Jones for live link updates. We won't just be doing the radio show or nightly news tomorrow. We're going to be going live on the ground. Stay with us.